Welcome back, one and all, to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall the Director's Cut. I'm the Arcane Rogue, and it looks like the Lodge has left us a box. Let's observe it astrally. Standard cardboard box, few mundane items, one object that a spirit has been bound to. It appears safe. Prototype combat suit. An armored ensemble developed for Black Ops Commandos grants +1 to all attributes. Yeah. Force 5, Fire Elemental Fetish. Send that to Stash. We'll give it to Dietrich. Nice. Climb down. Is there something down there? Well, what's over here? Nothing. Busted up subway car. Rogue clicking out of the game window. I just completely forgot that existed. Oh well. Where's glory? Don't know, but we need to go gear up. For the first time since you met her, Glory's expression seems to brighten. It's subtle, but it's there. You're sure of it. Griffin, a pleasure as always. Need anything from me? If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were warming up to me. She studies your face a moment before responding. I suppose you might say that. I don't talk to many people, Griffin. It doesn't seem to be worth the effort. I don't really feel much anymore, not since. She caresses the chrome of her forearm with a hand made of articulated steel. This. If that's true, why are you still talking? I suppose because you've shown an interest and because you haven't let me push you away. I don't want to mislead you, Griffin. I still don't feel anything, not warmth or friendship or even trust. But I can appreciate the effort you're making. It's something new, and it's worthy of exploring. Well, are you ready to tell me about the chrome you're sporting? Close. But you'll have to give me time. The answers will come when they do. Just wanted to talk. Her lips lift into something approaching a smile. You too, Griffin. Alright. I will check in with our other team members before we leave. Do you trust me? Uh-huh. Tell me what happened. Because it's pretty clear that if you had your way, you'd still be with them, and a good leader places a priority on knowing his team. Alright, I'll tell you. I suppose you deserve to know. What happened to us was Hoffman. He was a rookie. A kid of some big money corporate exec. He looked good on paper, and he made it through KSK training, so he was technically qualified to join a team, but he was way too green to fit in with ours. Still, he wanted to be a hero, and his family had enough clout to get him an assignment of his choosing. I don't know how many strings Hoffman's daddy had to pull to get him assigned to our team, but he pulled them. Hoffman became our 9th squad mate, despite Metzger's objections. Anyway, flash forward a few weeks, we were closing in on one of the Russian mob's major trafficking operations. They'd been using a series of warehouses 50 miles from the border as a staging area for their convoys. Women and girls from Eastern Europe were being housed there. When the convoys came, they'd be crammed into cargo containers and hauled across the border into Germany. Go to any brothel along the border and have a look around. Chances are you'll find at least a few girls who spent some time in those warehouses. Slovakians, Hungarians, Poles, you name it. The mob has been smuggling them over for decades. But we were in a position to derail their and we weren't going to let our new additions slow us down. We hit them by surprise, and we hit them hard. Fisher and Braun managed to take down the Banshee that they had patrolling the site. Wolf had reconnaissance drones overhead, providing battle tack, feeds to the rest of us. We picked off their gunmen, one by one. They had numbers on us. but they didn't know where to hit us. We had eyes in the sky, and we had cover and concealment. Every time they thought they had a fix on us, we'd shift positions and hit them again. They may as well have been fighting ghosts. Then Hoffman broke cover and gave away our position. After that, all hell broke loose. Wolf went down first. The sound of it will haunt me for the rest of my days. An explosion, a choked scream, and then this long, drawn-out, gurgling sound. When he died, his drones went down with him. There were too many hostiles to track without them. I'll spare you the gory details. Suffice it to say that my team was wiped out. Iger's face clouds again. You can see the tears beginning to well in her eyes. I watched Metzger die. With a visible effort, she clamps down on her emotions and calms herself. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. I took 3 rounds myself, had to drag myself across the Oder-Neisse line into Germany. I almost died. So that's the story. My KSK career died with the rest of the team. Our mission was illegal after all, off book. No going back. So I wound up here. Did that tell you everything you wanted to know, fearless leader? You satisfied? Yes. Thank you, Iger. So, tell me, what's your takeaway from my tale of woe? I figure that you've got to have one. It doesn't matter what I think. What you think and how you act on it is what's important. Normally, I'd call that a cop-out answer, but I guess there's some truth to it. In any case, you don't need to worry about me, fearless leader. My baggage isn't going to hurt my job performance or anything. You might be thinking I judged you too harshly in the beginning because of Hoffman. You'd be right on that count. I probably did. But everything else I said after Monica died was justified, whether you want to believe it or not. Giving you command of this team was a hasty decision made for the wrong reasons. I stand by that assessment. But between then and now, I've been watching you like a hawk, and you've grown, Griffin. You weren't the right choice to lead before, I still believe that. But you are now. Thanks, Iger. Good talk. Until next time. Nah. We can have story time with the rest of the team later. We're off to the U-Bahn. Okay, here's our team. Blitz, Glory, Dietrich. Could have brought Iger, could have brought Dante, but I think for an AI takedown, I want Glory, and I want Dietrich for some magical backup. Apex, an artificial intelligence designed for matrix warfare. The thought of it sends a chill down your spine. For years, the shadows have been ripe with the rumors of true AI. Names like Mirage and Psychotrope have fueled conspiracy boards on Shadowland BBS since 2029. Most savvy Shadowrunners dismiss these stories as bunk. But from what Alice has told you, at least one of these stories is real. Apex is waiting for you, somewhere down in the basement of an abandoned Saterkrupp lab. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wade through a lot of gang territory to get there. Now I can adjust people's inventories. So let me do that. All right. Load it up and away we go. Oh, cool. Blitz's drone is live. Huge orc in ragged combat fatigue steps forward to meet you. He walks with the swollen bravado of a man who's used to getting what he wants. One of his meaty arms jerks up, hand held upright in the universal sign for stop. The other clutches a bulky assault rifle. The orc inspects you. His body language is decidedly unfriendly. You don't look like a magnifier. Magnificker. Magnet. You're not one of us, and I'm guessing you ain't there or here for the hub either. So tell me, who are you and what's your interest in this building? Business? Can't discuss it. I'm sure you understand. Yeah, I get it. But see, this building, it's under arbiter protection. We can't just let you waltz in and shoot up the place. Smiles at you, revealing a mouth filled with jagged teeth. I'm sure you understand. I'm not planning on shooting anything, not unless I have to. Yeah, well, I can't exactly take that at face value. Look, it'd be better for everybody if you just turn on back. We don't want to fight you, but we can't risk letting an unknown player into this situation right now. You don't get to make that call. I have business inside, and that's where I'm going. If you want to try and stop me, be my guest. York gives you an appraising look. My kill list is already full up for the day. As long as you stay cool, we can settle this peacefully. Good call. He pauses for a moment to consider, a thoughtful look on his face. You look like you can handle yourself. We might actually be able to use you. Easy money if you're interested. If not, well... The assault rifle in his hand shifts position slightly. That's a different conversation. What do you want us to do? Glory's tone is neutral, her posture relaxed, but a glint of lamplight on steel tells you that the razors in her fingertips have slid from their housings. Ulrich doesn't seem to notice. We're having some trouble with the local mage gang, the Magnifiquers. York turns his head and spits. They attacked us without warning, took up in our building, kicked us onto the street. Me and my boys, we're the rifle protectors of this block, but the jerks that screwed us, they got the building buttoned up pretty tight. Can't get in there to make things right, but maybe you can. You could enter the building, do some damage to those Drek-eating Magnifiquers. The arbiters would be willing to pay you 200 Nuyen per kill. Bring me back their amulets, you get paid. How's that sound? Your call, Griffin. You know the timetable we're working on. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't have time to go mage hunting. He shrugs, then nods toward the building entrance. No help, no access. And I can't guarantee your safety out here on the street. It's your choice. Alright, you've got your deal. Good, yeah, I think this'll work. Glory gives you a small nod. The blades slide back into her fingertips with a click. You need anything else, or are you ready to go crack skulls? I want to know what I'm going up against. Tell me about the Magnifiquers. Gang of parasites. They think their magical talents make them better than everyone else. Because of that, they feel entitled to take whatever they want. Griffin and Dietrich just kind of glance at each other. Up until recently, they've been content with pulling pranks and stealing purses, childish trick, but they were basically harmless. Then their new leader calls himself Trethimus. But I remember when he was just a skinny little prick named Yuri. Should have kept a better eye on him, I guess. Should have stomped him flat when he started putting on airs. Would have saved everyone a heap of trouble. Trethimus took over the Magnifiquers, militarized them, convinced them that they could take us, and thanks to the element of surprise, they actually managed to do it. York folds his arms across his burly chest. Any day now, we're going to show him exactly how bad an idea that was. I think I'll start by breaking Yuri's neck. Anything I should know about the building? You'll probably see some burnouts floating around the ground floor. They're all here for the hub. It's like some kind of church or something. Some guy called Parson runs it. Between you and me, they're all completely crazy. Not dangerous, just nuts. Well, why'd you keep them around at all then? Because a lot of them are rich. They paid a direct load in rent, and we redistributed that wealth to the common man. Let me guess, you define yourselves as the common man. Do you see a tie around my neck, pal? Do I look like a corporate stooge to you? We are friends of the people. We are the people. Don't you dare question. You look pretty dug in out there. How do you intend to man the trenches? How long even? We'll be out here as long as it takes. Taking that building back one way or another. For over 3 years, we protected that place. We held it for the people to do with as they pleased, kept it safe from parasites and exploiters. Everything was cool until those Drexel Magna fakers sucker punched us. No negotiation, no warning, they just turned on us out of the blue, brought a couple dozen spirits down on our heads. Didn't even know we were under attack until the water in my bathtub snaked up and tried to drown me. Most of us got out alive, but we've been stuck out here ever since. Just give us some time, though. Take that building back, we'll starve them out if we have to, and when we do, those scrawny fools are gonna pay. Just one more thing. I need to get into the basement. Anything you could do that'd help me out? Basement? What you possibly want to go down there for? I just need to get in. Can you get me in? Or not? Yeah, I can help you, but it'll cost. Yeah, of course it will. Another Bush League extortionist trying to milk us for cash. You got the wrong idea. I don't need Nuyen, friend. What I need is Trithimus's head on a platter. Problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the building and we don't know where. Best guess he's hiding somewhere upstairs in a room with no exterior windows. Somewhere, probably someplace close. He stashed the power coupling for the elevator. He pulled it in to keep us from getting access to the guns we stashed in the basement. So you find and kill Trithimus, grab the coupling out of his apartment, and bring me that stupid amulet he's always wearing, so I'll know he's dead. Then I give you the control chip that I pulled when we had to fall back. Slot them both back in the elevator and it'll take you straight to the basement. I'll see what I can do. Good, just remember, no amulet, no basement. Go on through and show that little prick what it means to screw with the Arbiters. Aha. I guess we'll just go waltz right on through the front door. Man behind the counter looks tired. His lids are heavy, his eyes are, well, Carl's General Store. Well, what do you got for sale here, buddy? Some premium medkits, cram. Meh. Parson. The attendant behind the counter is an uncommonly fine featured dwarf with a beatific smile. A yellow ID tag pinned to his chest announces his name in large blocky letters. Parson. He nods at you, raises a hand in greeting. Welcome to the hub, brother. Are you here to share in the splendor of communion? If so, I can show you to an empty terminal. What do you do here? I'm the custodian of the hub. I tend to the bodies of our brothers and sisters while they share in the rapture of communion. I might be interested. Tell me more. Communion is a spiritual experience, friend. Available to all for a small donation. He gestures at the banks of terminals lining the walls. The hub acts as the core of the communion. Those who jack into it are in turn linked to one another, daisy-chained together at the brainstem. Race, gender, social class, all of the artificial barriers to empathy that we've constructed as a culture. Communion strips them all away. It is a monument to the great truth that so many of us deny, that we are all the same at the core. Imagine it, friend. Dozens of individual minds, all tied together into a single cohesive whole, sharing in a collective subconscious, connected through the hub. Parson raises his hands in supplication. Join us and feel your limitations fall away. You and your congregation need to stop. There's a killer AI on the loose in the building. The dwarf's benevolent smile does not falter. You are quite mistaken. The hub is a place of peace. We are in no danger here. I have some questions for you about the local gang activity. We do seem to have more than our fair share. Very well, I will answer your questions. I need to know about the Magnifiquers. Power-drunk fools, the lot of them. The Arbiters were bad enough, but the Magnifiquers are worse. The Arbiters' interests were limited to theft and violence in the name of their cause. The Magnifiquers, they have power, and they seem to relish in abusing it. Now that they've claimed the upper levels of the building, it isn't safe to travel beyond the ground floor. Several members of our congregation have been mauled to death by the Magnifiquer's pet spirits. He shakes his head sadly. Now we only travel in groups. You're safe down here, though. Yes. Trithemius needs the hub. To threaten this congregation would be to jeopardize his primary source of income. But the upper floors enjoy no such protection. They have become dangerous places to travel. Thanks for your help. I'll be going. Come back anytime. Let's take a look around here. This is probably the hub. Beetle? Y'all a bunch of beetle heads? I mean, no, it's the hub. Here's the elevator. What was this rubble? What's in the rubble? Both walls gave way and they took the roof. The entire hallway is blocked with debris. Well, up we go. Considering the state of the rest of the building, the stairwell looks relatively clean and intact. Second floor. Combat? No combat. What's this? Door's locked. Intercom panel beside it. Blitz. Decker pops the casing off the door control panel and quickly overrides the lock. Thank you, Blitz. Janet. Middle-aged woman with chocolate-colored skin and shoulder-length dreadlocks looks up from her PDA with a start. She's decked out in form-fit body armor, and in a flash, her assault rifle goes from slung to held at the ready. Who are you? How did you get through the door? I knock nice, you just gotta know how. She gestures with the rifle. Cut the crap. Start talking. What do you want? Why are you here? Looking around. Yeah, well, go look around outside. Or at least stay out of my hair. I've got things to do. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Can't really do anything with Janet. Alright. Understood. Anything in here worth my time? Who are you? A group of metahumans huddles together, their eyes wide with terror. Many of them have scrapes and bruises, and a few have more serious injuries. Their clothes are tattered and stained. As you're approached, a disheveled-looking, middle-aged man steps forward, placing himself between you and the main group. His gray hair is badly matted, and a pair of battered reading glasses hang from the bridge of his nose. Who are you, may I ask, and what are you doing here? Griffin. And you are? My name is Franz. These are my friends and my wife. We live together. Well, we used to live together, up on the 3rd floor. You used to live upstairs? Yes, until about a week ago. Then the Magnifiquer's pets moved in and we had to run. Spirits, you mean? He looks a nod of pure misery. He nods, a look of pure misery on his face. They're always summoning the blasted things. Last week they lost control of a handful. Before we knew what was happening, they were running wild in our living room. We tried to protect ourselves, but we were no match for them. He shakes his head, a haunted look in his eyes. We had no choice but to leave everything behind. We've been scraping down here ever since. Franz takes a moment to collect himself. When he speaks again, he sounds more composed. At least Janet is letting us use her matrix uplink. We can still afford to feed ourselves thanks to her. Janet, I need to talk to her. Could you introduce us? He looks you over, paying special attention to your gear. Finally, he nods. Tell you what, you take care of those rogue spirits. If you clear the path for us to return home, I'll give you the password you need to speak with Janet. How about a little something for the effort? Money? We don't have much. He looks away, uncertainty in his eyes. But I have managed to put a little away. I was hoping to surprise my wife with it. No, you're right. I can't ask you to risk yourself without some kind of compensation. Pulls out a battered cred stick from his pocket and presses it into your hands. Here, take it. Just please make our home safe again. That's all for now. I mean, I've got to recoup my expenses. Why are you looking at me that way, viewers? What do you mean I'm taking advantage? What do you mean Griffin just walked right past the open door he was standing in front of to do some nonsensical crap? The communion must flourish. The communion must grow. We are one through the communion. Join us and all will be one together. System Shock 2 flashes in my mind. Oh, okay. What did that say? Hello? I guess I don't get to look it over again. Well, you'll have to look it over in the footage and tell me what it was, viewers. I'm sure it was something witty. Fantastic. 68 million. Amazing. Tranquilizing narcotic. Bliss. I'll send that to Stash. The communion speaks and we listen. Give yourself willingly. Join us and be rewarded. Join the many. Become one with our flesh. Sorry. Nope. Nope. Don't do that. Oh, good. Target practice. I think we found some magnificers. They don't seem to be very good at this. Right, that's passive. That's always a thing. Is there? Yeah, okay. No wonder I've been fighting, like, oh, I need to activate this. No, I don't. Okay, Blitz, you pop on in there. Mark target. Magey boy. Hey, you have that drone. Like, why doesn't it have does the drone not have its own turn? Not gonna think about it. Nice. Dietrich. Let's just go ahead and get in here. And Dragon Slayer Idol. -5 damage now. Uh-huh. Mages are annoying. Okay. Glory. Can I Electrobolt? Yes! Very nice. He lost control of his spirit. That's always fun. Glory just slaps it around with her hand razors. Powerball 3. Glue. Target cannot move, but can still use AP to attack. Last 2 rounds. Oh, it's a spell that I can actually cast? Eh. Wait, was there another thing I could activate in there? No. Alright, up to floor 3. Next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall the Director's Cut. Floor 3. Till then, I've been the Arcane Rogue, and if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing. And if you liked the video, let me know that by hitting that like button. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.